This is the Table Pit Deck Tech. I'm William, and if you're like me, and I know you are, you live under the philosophy of cut twice, measure once, which isn't just good practice when building a hospital, it's also the mindset you're going to need to pilot this crazy Blitz and UPF deck that I like to call the Frosty 8. Now this is an Oldhim deck, which revolves around his weapon Winter's Wail, also lovingly referred to as the Frosty 4. It's a one-handed elemental guardian hammer that costs 3, swings for 4, and says, if an ice card was pitched to pay for it, it gains on hit, give your opponent a frostbite. Now normally people pair this with a cute little shield for babies that are afraid of taking damage and OSHA violations. Well, not you. You grew up in the rugged Arctic of Eisenloft and know that 2 hammers are better than 1. Now, critically, Winter's Wail doesn't say go again, so if you want to swing the Frosty 8 at him, you're going to have to shed a few layers of PPE. And quicken yourself with Quicken tokens. We're pulling out of the tool cabinet, 1 of each Flock of the Featherwalkers, and even bigger than that. And of course, you couldn't go to the job site without the UPF format staple, Coax a Commotion. Now if you're going to want to power down your opponent's turn with frostbites, you're going to need to fuel up with your own icy blues. I only use the highest quality tools on the job and in my deck, so I'm running about half my deck with the best chili blues you can find. But any hammer can drive a screw, and any Ice Talent blue card can pay for your Winter's Wail, so I would save upgrading your blues for last. Now I've rounded out this safety hazard with a couple of hard-hitting, well, hits, like Snow Under and Blue Glacial Footsteps, which help trigger even bigger than that. But honestly, this deck list is pretty open. There's a lot of room for creative expression. You could put in format staples, like Gorganian Tome, or you could put in other defensive cards, like Staunch Response. Or, heck, in your sideboard, you could put in like 3 or 4 more Winter's Wail. Now, if you're thinking this is just a bad Warrior lookalike deck, well, you're wrong. It's a bad Guardian deck. But it's a fun one, and a unique one. And in UPF specifically, it's not decks that win games, it's politeness and politics. So, learn safety by accident. Work harder, not smarter. And don't one hammer 2 things. 2 hammers, 1 thing. Like and subscribe!